Repeat exactly what you just said about why you called me. About that, the ASVAB part. Go ahead.
I called Schwab back about the ASVAB part. I'm sorry. Just for this test that the Army makes everyone take just to get in. You know, and, I struggle. Not just math. I struggle with all my classes, but it's just the math part that really took a toll. You know, and I didn't know who else to contact but Schwab back, because he's the only one that makes that math stuff make sense. You know, but yeah.
And as soon as you called me, what did I say?
He threw it in my face. He said, Marlon, I told you, like, this stuff was gonna never go nowhere. You always gonna run into it again, and he was right. 'Cause there was a couple jobs that I was going from CDL's class too, and I did. I got all the way till I got my permit, but then that math came along, and I just got afraid of it, ran away. So I just had to get contact with this guy.
So, do you think I told him yes, or maybe, or we'll talk later? What do you think I told him?
Yes.
And I said, when can you meet? And I was ready to meet when?
Today.
Today. Yeah, really yesterday. And he could meet with me yesterday because he was hanging out with his girlfriend in some hotel. So his priorities still aren't 100% right. But Marlon, you know I love you and I appreciate you. But I wanted to tell you, does hearing it from him sound differently than coming from me?
Yes.
Straight from, he ain't a horse, but straight from the horse's mouth. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm telling you is, like, literally when we leave here, we're going to be sitting down and he remembers the stuff that I told him. Like I immediately said, goes, yeah, I remember. But he just needs a refresher, right? Because Marlo listened to me. Well, why did you listen to me in school? Like, why, out of all your teachers, like, why would you listen to me more than other people?
Because I don't know, just the first day I met you, man, just feel like we just had similar backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? And you just connected with all us. When I say all us, I'm like kids like us. Like, you know, he'll be out there playing basketball with us. You know what I'm saying? Afterwards, he take care. He put everybody in his van, and he dropped everybody off at home. Feed us. Like, he played like a father role, and you feel it. His love for real.
So what I'm saying is, what I want to tell you guys is unconditional love is unconditional love, right? I can stand up here and bullshit y'all all day long, right? I can tell you all these Bible verses, I can do all of this other stuff, but if I don't show you love, kids and dogs know when you're full of crap, right? Like a dog, like you all look at me and you can tell you're real. But I can tell you all this stuff, but you heard it from him. So what I'm saying is, when Johnny comes to ask me to speak, I'm like, yes, I want to speak, because even if I just reach one of you, was it worth it? Of course. What's your life worth? What's your life worth to you? If I were going to pay you to take your life, how much would I have to give you to give to your family to take your life right now? Is there any money in the world that I could give you to give to your family to take your life? Your life is priceless, right? You know what I'm saying? So I look at your life as priceless as you do, but sometimes you forget how priceless your life is. You know what I'm saying? So when this guy, like, think about this, break it down like this. The military, right? The entire national government is taking the National Guard saying this is an emergency. Kids are dying not because of, all of a sudden they take a jewel, but they're taking something that they think is a jewel and it's really something else. The jewel in cigarettes are, how many people know somebody that died of cancer? So when I was your age, everybody smoked cigarettes because they never told anybody the truth. How many people you know smoke cigarettes your age now? Somebody your age?
Yeah.
Okay. Raise your hand if you know somebody that smokes a jewel your age. Okay? Because nobody's telling you all the what? The truth. Okay? Do you think everybody thought these were okay too?
Yeah.
Everybody thought these were okay until people know the truth that they're killing your grandmas. Well, guess what? These are the same things. Do you see what I'm saying? They're nicotine. Do you think this company came to my grandma's funeral when she died of cancer?
No.
Do you think they care about my grandma at all? Do you think this company cares about y'all? Do you think Budweiser or any of those companies are going to come if I get in a drunk driving accident? Do you think they're going to bail me out if I get drunk and I beat my wife? Or I get in a fight and I get arrested for domestic violence? How many people know what domestic violence is? How many people think that the majority of domestic violences come from substance use. Somebody's drunk or high. Okay? So what I'm telling you is, from a biblical standpoint, right? Be of sober mind, right? It's literally telling us to be of sober mind, right? So how many people have heard of the Bible, right? How many people think there's good common sense advice in there and millions of people live their life by it? So there's got to be something to this book, right? So why are they saying to be a sober mind? Because if you're not a sober mind, do you typically do things that you wouldn't normally do? Right? So I'm going to tell you this. I had this conversation with Marlo, and this is the young man and young women, and I'm going to shift gears a little bit. But literally it says, I can wrestle with the devil, but I have to run from lust. Raise your hand if you know what lust is. Lust is looking at things in the flesh, right? And it's not just looking at a pretty girl or looking at a pretty guy. It's lusting after things, right? So this guy pulled up when you guys were in here. Okay, it's right there. You see that car right there?
Yeah.
What kind of car is that? It's a McLaren. How much does a McLaren cost? 200-something thousand, right? How many people would listen to that guy more than listen to me? Right? Because they think that means what? Success, right? That's a lust, right? Do you think there's a difference between pleasure and happiness?
Yes.
Do you think I could have spent my whole life making money and had cars like that instead of focusing on helping kids like you guys at Marco? At the end of the day, when I die, will I be happier because I had a McLaren or because I saved one of your lives? Because you just told me your life is worth more than a McLaren. So if I save your life, is that like me having a McLaren?
Yes.
So what I'm telling you guys is all religions, not Christianity, every religion since the beginning of time, Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, Muslim, they all say the same thing about greed and love of money. What do they say? Is it good or bad? It's bad. Every religion agrees on that. Before Jesus was on this earth, they said it. After Jesus died, they said it. They all say it. So if every religion agrees on it, there must be something to it, right? What do all those religions saying about helping other people? Is it good or bad? It's good. So what I'm telling you is if I can save your life, and I can save Marlo's life, and I can help Marlo, do you think anything in this pill will ever give me the high of helping him? Never. Never. So what I'm saying is I got to get you guys to understand this. Marlo, how many guys do I know that made it to play college football? If you were to guess.
How many made it?
Like, play college football, in my 27 years of coaching, how many do you think, if you were to guess? Over 100?
Yeah.
So, a few hundred.
Yeah, around that
Right?
range, yeah.
How many guys made it to high-level basketball? Sean D, Paul Reed, all those guys.
Very few.
You know? So what he's saying is they make it, right? But then that next level, everybody thinks they're going to get paid professional. But the problem is Marlo realized in Schwalbeck, every guy, after he gets done playing sports, who do they call for a job? Me. Because I'm going to help them process that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, okay, my son played college football. I'm sorry, high school football. Okay? How many people ever heard of Apopka? Okay? Apopka's a pretty good team, right? Okay? So if you hold Apopka's team to 88 total yards, anybody know what that is? My son's defense held their whole team to 88 total yards, and that was the year that Apopka won the state championship. Does that mean they have a pretty good defense? My son played middle linebacker. When they played Ocoee, you don't even know this. Ocoee had 27 yards when they played them in the regular season and had negative yards in the playoffs. That means their defense was that good. So my son was like set to go play college football. How strong and good was my son? Like, you see how big I am, right? Right? He's a little bit shorter than me, but muscles, whatever. Like, he was legit. But in his mind, it's like, hey, Dad, I can go to play college football, but they're not going to pay me. Or I could go do construction management, still go to college, but think about making what? Think about my job. So what I want you guys to think about is I don't want my son to think about money's the most important thing in life, right? But I need you guys to be an income-producing citizen. Right? What's an income producing? You can generate money, right? How are you going to make your money, right? You're going to join the military, you're going to get a CDL, drive a truck, whatever, right? What is a citizen? Citizen is somebody that cares about our what? Community, cares about each other, right? Do I really have to care about each other? No. But is the world a better place if I can help you?
Yes.
It is, right? And if I can help you, then you're going to turn around and do what? Help the other guy, because you're not going to be worried about just the McLaren. You're going to be worried about helping other people, right? So my question for you is, if I can help you guys become income-producing citizens that are lifelong learners, why do you need to keep learning for life? Why does Marlo need to keep learning math? Because he's going for a different what? Different job, right? How many people think they're going to have the same job for their whole life? What are you going to do? You're going to play football for your whole life?
Yes.
You're going to play professional?
Not done. No, not tired.
I'm going to let Marlo touch on that. I'm going to let Marlo touch on that in a second. What's your job going to be for the rest of your life? You're going to be your own boss. So whatever you're doing, you're going to do. Well, my point is whatever career you're in, do you think that sometimes those careers change because of technology and different things? Absolutely. So you have to be a lifelong learner. So when you're your own boss, you got to learn these things. Before, I don't even know if Marlo knows, before 2008, right? So figure how old you are. I was worth a few $1 million, right? I had houses on the water. I had all those things. But when the real estate market crashed, it went down, and my wife was like, "You're never here. You're always working trying to make money. If I lose my wife because I have a McLaren, is it worth it? It's a nice car.
No.
Is it worth it? And I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not. First of all, Marlo, how good looking is my wife? On a scale of 1 to 10. Yeah, she's a 10. Legit, I'll show you pictures and you'll see. She's legit. Huh? I'll show you. I'll show you. It's not mine. It's not mine. But my point with that is having a McLaren more important than saving other people's lives? No. Now, I'm going to tell you Reyes, right? Reyes was in the military, right? Okay, if we didn't have people in the